The final confrontation between Fairy Tail and Fire and Flame has finally begun. What difficulties will Team Natsu face during their fight? We have to find out. Hello and welcome back to Just Some Space Guy. It was a while since I last made a video. A lot happened since then. But the easiest way to explain it is this way. So yeah, but regardless, the new chapter is out and honestly, half of the chapter is peak and the other half is goddamn recap. I ain't gonna lie, never in my life did I expected to see recap in a manga outside of a flashback format or few panels or something. This is crazy on its own. 6 pages of recap is just mad insane. Honestly, in an anime format, this probably gonna go really hard with Lucy's narration, but in a manga form, it is a buzzkill for me. But it is all forgiven, as right after the recap, we got this amazing double spread with the whole team, plus Celine, on it. This double spread goes really hard. Erza looks amazing in this feat, she looks like a general ready for war. The portal and the clouds give a great vibe to the art. This double spread altogether is just amazing. Ueda did an amazing job. The whole team is now in Dramil, so you know things about to go down. I expect an all-out teamfight, even if it will cause the town a lot of property damage. I mean, there is already a lot, but now it's gonna cause a lot more because the most destructive team from Fairy Tail is in town. This definitely made the chapter exciting as hell. But of course, in a great Mashima fashion, he pulls out the gags right away, with Natsu and Erza just noticing the otters have arrived. Meaning they did an accidental group photo what goes really hard. Erza asked about the other dragon gods, but Celine responded by saying, and I quote, "We have taken care of most of them." I'm sorry Celine, but what do you mean we? You ain't did shit outside being an Uber driver. Trying to claim someone else's achievements here, shameful, shameful dragon mommy. Anyway, it appears that Celine actually knows Ved. She only took a single look at him and she instantly recognized him. That is actually kinda interesting. On one side, this could be just a throwaway dialogue with no deeper meaning, while on the other side, this could mean something else. For example, we never met Ignia's mother. So what if the reason Celine recognized Ved is because she is his grandmother, making Celine Ignia's mother? Celine being Ignia's mother would be an insane plot twist. What could answer so many questions and would lead to some interesting dynamic, both regarding Ved and Ignia, but most importantly, with Natsu as well. I am praying that something like this would happen instead of Celine recognizing him by smell, because this would be so cool and funny. Either way, Celine isn't staying long to explain anything, as she says she will take care of Alderon, leaving everything here to Team Natsu. Oh, Celine versus Alderon is incoming, it's gonna go really hard. I don't know if she can defeat him as Alderon has a size and durability advantage. However, I believe Celine will summon the Diabolos members, shifting the odds in her favor. Who knows, maybe they will take care of the God Seeds to weaken Alderon so Celine could defeat him without getting seriously injured again, or help damage Alderon while she is fighting the main body. In either case, Celine versus Alderon gonna go really hard. I just can't wait to see both dragons unleashing their powers on each other and what kind of destruction it might bring on Giltana. Who knows, maybe Celine will teleport him somewhere else to prevent destruction on the continent. We might gonna add few extra feats to their name after the fight. Let's hope it gonna last really long. However, this isn't the only hype fight what Mashima broke to us in this chapter. Oh, no. As the rest of the Fire and Flame members pull up in their dragonized forms, creating another amazing panel for this chapter. Ueda was just cooking hard that day with group photos. Mwah, they just perfect. Each of them have some amazing designs. I personally would say the Signario sisters have the worst design out of the group. Their horns are cool, but their overall design didn't change that much. They still look great though. Lekka has the best in my opinion. He outright looks like a final boss, like the final form of a villain or something. Also, Lekka's face kinda looks similar to Ved's. This could be just a coincidence, but there is also the possibility that they might be related. But oh boy, if that's the case, then this entire conflict might just end up being a family drama, especially if Celine ends up being Ignia's mother as well. Honestly, that would be both peak and hilarious. Who knows, maybe Ignia was busy during those 400 years and ended up mass-producing offsprings. maybe that number on his forehead is his serial number. But either way, he does resemble Ved quite well. Whatever it is a coincidence or intentional, can't wait to find out. The fight between the two groups also kickstarted this chapter, and the matchups are pretty much as we expected. Some people might say this is predictable, but in my opinion, predictability isn't always a bad thing. Lekka summons a giant rain of fire with his fire make magic, just for Grey to block it with his ice make shield. Grey vs Lekka is hands down one of the most anticipated fights this arc. Fire and ice maker magic colliding with the mix of dragon and demon magic is just peak matchup. It is like if Mashima would have created Lekka as a perfect opponent for Grey, and I am all for it. The moment Lekka pulled out Fire Make Magic, we knew he has to fight Grey, and I'm so glad Mashima is giving us what we desired, as this is gonna be a more than interesting fight. The Signario sisters also make their move and side dash Lucy and Wendy, adoring how much power they have obtained through dragonization. However, Fairy Tail girls are built different, and without a hesitation, Lucy and Wendy launches their counterattack, proving that they shouldn't be underestimated. Lucy and Wendy vs the Signario sisters is a matchup we already expected as well, especially after the sisters lost against Erza in a 2v1. Skill issues. But this matchup is really good, as it gives room for Wendy and Lucy to shine, while also allows the Signario sisters to show their true power without being streamrolled by Erza again. I also don't remember Wendy and Lucy ever fighting a duo fight, so this is a peak opportunity for Mashima to cook one up. A unison raid with the two would also be welcome. I remember them doing one against Hades to turn Natsu into a cannonball, so this could be a perfect opportunity for another one, but without Natsu. Showing some teamwork between Lucy and Wendy is something we didn't ask for, but it is something we needed, especially how their powers are perfect for teamwork and combo spells. Lucy has water, sand and arrow magic, what all could be boosted or combined with Wendy's wind magic. While Lucy's Taurus and Capricorn Stardress form could be boosted by Wendy's strength and speed enchantments, making them massively more powerful. There is just so many combos they could pull off, each being peaker and peaker than the other. Also, if the Dragonization spell can be stopped by defeating the casters, then that means stopping the spread of said spell is in the hands of Lucy and Wendy, what puts some stakes and plot relevance on this fight. If they defeat the Signario sisters, maybe the entire spell is gone. But either way, this is a peak matchup. And hype as well. But do you know what isn't a hype matchup? Natsu vs Rei. Bro got knocked out with a single kneecap and left in the dust. The disrespect. Bro pulled up with the rest of the gang like he gonna do something just to get speed blitzed by base Natsu. Oh boy. Well, he was always a punching bag from the start. We had zero expectations from him from the beginning. I don't know if this is the last of him. Would be hilarious if yes. But he still could stand up. Even if it wouldn't be the smartest option, he still could keep fighting. But either way, he never gonna be as cool as Brian. I am telling you, Brian was built different. He was an outright fodder, but he stand up and fought like a Chad till the end. For such a non-important character, that was just raw. Anyway, after Natsu disrespected Rei, he fast switches targets and attacks Ved, saying hi as his uncle in his unique way, with his fist, with this interrupting Erza's fight. The moment Natsu learned that Ved is his nephew, he wanted to fight him, but is logical, as now he sees him as a family member, and Natsu, as we know, likes to fight his family members and friends. He's like obsessed with doing that. But personally, I don't think Natsu will take the fight of Erza's hands, as Natsu is in Dramil for a specific reason, and that is to eat the flames of Bestia. So I think this fight will last just few punches, and after that Natsu will go after Bestia, leaving Ved and Erza to continue their beatdown. I think this short fight, what Natsu will have with Ved, will be used by Mashima to deepen the connection between the two. Some character development for Natsu and some character development for Ved. But personally, I don't think it will be an outright full fight, as that will go against what Mashima built up so far with Erza and Ved. Making a full fight between Natsu and Ved will be a bad writing choice, as things are currently. Unless a story pulls a twist on Ved's character, making this fight more logical, but we have to see. That's it for this chapter. This chapter, despite nearly half of it being a recap, was incredible. It finally brought in the rest of the Fire and Flame members we've been looking for through most of the arc, putting them in highly awaited matchups with Team Natsu, Grey vs Lekka, and the Signario sisters vs Lucy and Wendy. All these matchups are incredibly hype and awaited. This chapter also built up a fight between Selene and Alderon, what is also incredibly hype as well. How many times did I say hype in this video, god damn it. Anyway, two dragons fighting in Fairy Tail always goes really hard. The chapter at the same time gave us our first interaction between Natsu and Ved, what could go many directions. This chapter was big and honestly makes me really excited for the rest of the arc. But what do you guys think? Please let me know in the comment section below. This was Space G, don't forget to subscribe and see you guys in space. Bye.